Yeah, poor Zelda. Oh, she's gonna leave me now. So I'm just gonna go over what's been going on the last couple days in way of kitties, and better get your pencils and paper out maybe. We're gonna keep you busy here. Um, we on Wednesday we've got Samara signed up for a spay, which will go. That we will do that. Gusti, I'm not sure if we're going to be able. Thank you. If we're going to be able to do her or not, we're going to have to wait. We'll weigh her on Monday again. Yeah, DeWitty, you would not believe the difference in it. It's amazing. Very, very. Like this was low and now it's way high. But Goosey is definitely gaining weight, but I'm just not sure. The last we weighed her was 114. That's been a few days ago, but I really wanted her to be up to 202 for her surgery. And her eye, and some of you might have been seeing her lately. We've been letting her up here quite a bit because she loves to play up here. So you might see her. We just don't show her in front of the cam.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did? Goosey, you did? You did?
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Okay, that's all right. Was everybody okay with her?
Yeah, they all loved her.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, now you've seen Goosey. And half of that eye, what you see is half of it, or that it used to be twice as big, and red, and now it just keeps forming that capsule over it, and it's really kind of cool. And then that capsule, we either take it off when it gets to be kind of icky, or sometimes it just comes off by itself too. It's really weird. Oh, there, Michelin. Yeah, Michelin saw her in person. Yeah, I know you love Goosey. Okay, well, Goosey's up here to play now. She'll go back there with the rest of the little ones to play and to sleep. I mean, to sleep. It's getting pretty crowded back there. I don't know what's happened. Vernon is growing like a weed. We love these animals. Okay, so what happened here on? I'm just going to go through some of these and tell you a little bit about each of them. And Zena, I've sent a few pictures of Lena, Lena Precious, to her, and she's really a very, very cute kitty. Wonder if you could see the picture that I sent to her. Oops, don't know where it went. Let me check one place here. Here's one. Oh, no, not that one. Here's one picture of Lena. There she is. And she's doing really well. She is there. This will be her second night there. And I did only do one cat, and I feel kind of bad about that. Feeling a little guilty about that. So we'll see. We'll see how some of these others adjust, and if some of them need a little extra help, then we'll see what we about maybe sending a second cat. But right now, Lena's over there, Lena's over there, and I've talked to boy, it was this morning early, and they just think she's the most prettiest kitty ever. So that's a good thing, and I'll keep in touch with them. Yep. I hope you got a couple of them, Zena. Hope you got a couple. Okay, so Holiday is long hair gold tiger tortie, more tortie than tiger. And I don't have an age on her, but she came here on the 7th. And you, some of you were probably on when, what was her name? Oh, I can't think of the lady's cam name, what she used. I bet you one of you guys will, but she was on think it was last night, and she told you all some of the story. But her and her husband was at near Bryan, and they were at a Holiday Inn, and the town that they were in is actually called a Holiday City, and it's right by like Montpelier and Bryan. And they found this cat, and the direct Clydesdale. Thank you. I knew one of you guys would tell me Clydesdale. And they talked to the manager. The manager said that this cat had been there for about a week, was real hungry. I think she said they gave it some dog food. But they called here and they were on a very tight time schedule to get from here to here to here, and they didn't want to backtrack any. Yeah, it was Clydesdale. Yep, thank you. And I said, we can help it if you can get it here. So Lauren and Andy. And so they decided that they were going to do that. And then they came, and then they stayed for quite a while, visiting and looking around. And it was really nice, wonderful people. Sometimes in a case of emergency where you just got to give them some food, one feeding like that won't hurt. Yeah. So she's had her bath. She's been brushed out some. She's had her first distemper, her bordetella, a worming, and we tested her and she was negative. And her weight is 813, 8 pounds 13 ounces. She's very nice. She's a handleable girl. She's very nice. And then another one, I'm not going to do these in the order that they came. So this one is named after two of our mods that was here this weekend. Her name is Kathy, but because we had just me, who is here spelled Kathy, Kathy, and we also had Kathy, CV Kathy, we decided to do a little trick on the name and name her Kathy K. And it's spelled CathyKay after both of our Kathy, or the two Kathy moderators that were here. Holiday is not spayed yet. No. So Kathy K is a gray tiger and white. She is probably, I'm going to put her down as 11 months. She's just a baby. She was born, or she arrived here September 6th. She is pregnant, pretty pregnant. Well, I guess you're either pregnant or you're not. She's far along pregnant. And we did not give her bordetella or her distemper because of her pregnancy. But she weighs today 906. She's pretty wide. Very nice kitty. She's a little shy, but she loves to be petted. So yeah, there's no sort of pregnant about it, is there? Oh, Painted Daisy, what is the date you're coming?
October 1st.
October
That's what
1st?
she told me.
Oh, I don't think she'll go that long. Today's only
I was hoping she'd go today.
yeah, today's only the 7th, or wait, what is today? Oh, 11, 12. I don't think she'll go that long. Yeah, I don't think so, Painted. I would be shocked if she goes that long, that far. Yes, Kathy K is the pregnant mom. I like that, Stinky. That is Lena. That is a cat that a friend of ours in Toledo has. She's trying to help her get more self-confidence. Yeah, Lena Precious. And then this is a cat. I don't know if some of you heard about this, but Anthony came in this morning and asked Sarah to come and get me. And so I don't know how much verbally was said yet, but he said there's a crate outside by our whirlers, and remember whirler is our trash, our big trash container, and it looks like there's a cat in there. So he brought it in for us, and this is a black cat, and the note says, I should have brought that up here. The note says, um, her elderly owners passed away, and the family kicked her outside. She's 3 years old. She's spayed,
She's healthy.
and she's healthy. Tiger cat. Nope, that's another one. And that she's healthy, and that she needs a new indoor home. So we have named her Annette. Her other name was Annie, was it? So we wanted to change it because this is definitely a new start for her, and her name is Annette. She's black, and on here, tell me she's got a white spot about this big, and we did shave her, and she is spayed. She is 3 years old, and we gave her distemper bordetella capstar, and her warmer tested her, and she's a big girl. She weighs 1104. She's a nice kitty. She just waltzed right out of the cage, or I mean, out of her pen, her crate that she was in, and she's just doing really, really well. Yeah. Lena is not a depressed cat. She's just a little shy cat. That's all. And that depressed cat that we've talked about, I understand she's supposed to come here this weekend, but I haven't heard again now for a few days. So Annette is the big black cat that was found in the crate by our big trash container. Now this cat is a pretty cool cat, and she's gold. This is a cat. Yesterday when I got home from my mom, I was talking to Samara's mom and dad, and just happened to look over in the parking lot, and I see Peggy's car there, and where the windshield comes down and then the hood, that area that is right there, there was a cat laying right there, and you could tell she was cold, and it was still warm when I put my hand on there, so I think she was trying to absorb some of the warmth there. She's gold, or Beth and I was kidding, she's gold or buff, but this little girl probably only has 50% of her fur, and she has 100 some plus scabs on her because she was loaded with fleas. And I put her as a 3 for 4 for fleas. She's probably about a year old, but she only weighs 505. She's a very small cat. And when she first came in, her eyes were kind of sunk and her third eyelids were up, and I just couldn't really get a grip of her personality. And today, after her bath, and boy, I'm telling you, I really scrubbed her, and she looks a whole lot better, but we got a lot of the dirt and the scabs off of her. And she loves people. She wants to be cuddled. She likes to be cuddled, and she wants to be close. But she's just a little 505-pound kitty, and her name is Mudgy. I see Mudgy is not on, but her name is Mudgy. She's a nice kitty. That we have a Karanda tower right beside the counter, and she was on that a couple times today, and all you have to do is touch her, and she rolls and rolls and rolls. Yeah, her third eyelids, when cats don't feel good, or they're kind of in a state of not just, I don't want to say depression, but it's when they don't feel good, that third eyelid kind of rises up there. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. Magenta sized kitty. Yeah. So, but her eyelids are much better. The third eyelids are not up today. Okay, then there's another one. And this one is a little gray tiger white. And I'm really surprised that you haven't heard this one because when she first came in, this is the only boy that came in, he was really, really crying. Her goons look pretty good. They look pretty good, and she's eating good, so I'm happy about that. Oh, you guys are so nice. Thank you. So this kitty is a gray tiger white. He is only 5 weeks old. He weighs 1 pound 3 ounces, and my daughter-in-law was at Verizon this morning, and when she got out of her Jeep, she kept hearing this cry, meow, 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 and Beth happened to be there. What were you? You were by Office Next, which is right next door, and she recognized Beth, so she went over, and they couldn't locate where this kitty was until they narrowed it down to this one car, but they didn't see her. And some young girl came out, went to get in it. Dina asked her if that was her car, and she said, yeah. And Dina said she thinks there's a cat in the hood. And the girl said, but I can't be late. So she wasn't too sure at first that she wanted us to mess. But Dina apparently saw the kitty down back in there.
No,
not at first.
No, she asked the girl
to raise the hood up.
And then she couldn't figure out how to do it, so.
The girl didn't know how to raise her hood up, but I think Dina helped her with that. Got the hood up, and then could you see the kitty?
We went around the car several times, and I went around the left side of the car, and I could look down behind the air cleaner and could just see this little face.
The little face. And then they couldn't reach it because it was so far back. And this young man walked by and wanted to know if he could, or what was going on.
She was having car trouble.
Yeah, she was having car trouble, and Dina explained to him what was going on, and he reached his big arms down there, his long arms down there, and pulled this little kitty out. So, and Dina just loves this little kitty. She just held her here and held her here, and the kitty would push its head back and into her hand to be petted, but her whole side of her sweater is icky, is all greasy and oily from the car. And this little thing, at first you would think it was gray tiger, but with just maybe some lighter gray. It took 4 baths to get all the oil and car gunk off of it. Dirty, dirty, dirty. The first bath didn't even raise a single bubble. But it does have, the front left leg has some big tenderness and some creaking here right above the joint, maybe a little in the joint, and then right here below the joint too. So somewhere in probably what happened to her, she might have hurt her arm. It's not terribly swollen, so we're going to see what the next day or two. We can't do much about it right now anyhow till Monday. So we'll see. This little boy, it's a boy, only weighs 1.03, and his name is Caleb. Caleb, and he's 5 weeks old, Caleb. And he is cute, stinking cute. How can you be stinking cute? I don't know, but he is. And then we have one more. This is a little kitty. Everybody knows when I'm gone, don't take any cats in. Otherwise, we would be socked by the time I got home. So Lynette calls me, can we keep this little kitty? And apparently 2 guys found this little kitty. It's a calico. And the guy said that these were adult men, and said that they saw this kitty along the road by the woods, and they were afraid the coyotes in this area would eat it. And she probably would have gotten snagged by something because she's just a little thing. She only weighs 14 ounces, but she also has a very loud voice. Very, very, very loud voice. She's had her bath and her cap star she's so little, all we could do is her bordetella. We can't do her distemper yet. Female, of course. Oh, we tested her, and she's negative, and that's for FIV, heartworm, and leukemia. And her name is Sita. Her name is Sita for our Sita, Cita. Almost all these names were names from Name a Cat. Yeah, she's just a little bitty thing. Yep. So, golly, that's all of them. Plus, we had those other couple kitties recently, those 3 little babies that are up here during the day. Are you going to be able to figure out who all goes back there?
No,
Just shove them all
I know
back.
the normal ones. I assume that's
Yeah, there's 3 of
Jelly.
these. Whoops.
They call her Jelly.
Yeah.
Instead
Jelly?
of Joanne Ellen,
Well,
Jelly.
that's too big a name for her. So we were calling her Ellie, and somebody said, well, she should really
Be
be
Jelly. Yeah, her real name is Joanne
Yeah.
Allen, or Jelly for short. These kitties that we just got, we got to leave them back in the quarantine room for another day, just to make. They all appear to be very healthy, but Sita is 4 weeks old. But just in case they're on the verge of something, I would feel better if they were here 24 hours before we actually brought them up here to show. Holiday is on the loose. Hey, Clydesdale, Holiday is on the loose. Not in here yet. She's in the back, but she's doing really, really well. She's doing real well. Sarah named her Jelly. Yep, they all seem to be real healthy. The only thing we have to work with is, I don't have all their names down pat yet, is Caleb's little leg, and also Mudgy's really bad skin. But that's all that takes is getting rid of the fleas and then letting the sores heal. Yeah. Oh, and this calico is cute. Pregnant kitty is a gray tiger white. Has a little slip right here of white. Just a real cute little thing. Hi. Where's your friend? You're purring, aren't you? Okay, well that's it. And no more kitties now for at least a year. No new kitties. Okay, for at least 2 weeks.
For at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, I give up trying to hold the door shut. Caleb. Oh, well, wait a minute. That's a good thought there. Is that Cheryl? Cheryl, hang on a second. Yeah,
Caleb?
it can be pronounced Caleb.
Caleb or Caleb.
Okay, we have to decide. Caleb or Caleb? Let's do it long A, K-A, Caleb. Right now we're still good on KMR. Lost Girl, thank you though for asking, but we're pretty good yet. No. Zertle is just truly visiting. Mary, who do you have? Well, you've got Vernon. Yep, and Trucker. I had somebody ask me a very good question. That was either yesterday or today, I don't know. Today seems like one of those days that I got a lot done today. I went around and just kind of went section by section and by section, and just we got everything pretty well put away. We went through the food shed and did a good reorganization of that. We did real good. Pablo is feeling much better. Let's leave everybody back there yet for one more day, and then we'll see how everybody's doing. Then we'll start showing. Slick is doing awesome. Love this boy. He likes to play a little bit. He loves to be petted. If you rub his shoulder, he drops over and has his tummy rubbed. He's just a cool cat. You have proof from last night. No, I said last night she was visiting. I did, didn't I? You can't. Well, we started Canvy on the Z stuff, the zithromycin. So hopefully that'll knock her a little bit, make her better. You mailed a box of cars. Oh my golly, that sounds interesting. Is faith and devotion? Yep, for Caleb. You guys are naughty. Shoot, it seems like there was one more thing. I was on a track of something. Don't forget. I don't remember. Well, they did. They do like her, but that doesn't mean that I should be. Maybe I should be unselfish and let her go. We will see. Integrity is feeling better. The calico is 4 weeks. 4 weeks old. And it's, yeah, she's a dilute calico. Yep. A good question. A good question? I like a good question. Hi, Mish. Yes. Yeah. She let me pet her. She may not like it too long, but I did get my pets in, and I did the whole body pets like that. I don't know if she'd look good in yellow. Wait, no, she doesn't get a collar. There you go, Stinky. You come and see me, okay? Next week we will probably do a weigh-in on Trucker, and then kind of pre-guess when he's going to hit 4 pounds and go ahead and make his surgery schedule up.
He seemed like he really grew this week.
He did, and I haven't weighed him now since, is that Tuesday or Wednesday?
I didn't think it was him at first when
Really?
he was sitting there.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Oh, Michelin, thank you. Mish, you're so good. Somebody asked a very good question about Trucker, and it's really a good question. At first it bothered me a little bit, but then I understand that the only way to figure something out is to ask questions. And that concern was, well, why do we have to remove those legs? Why can't he just keep them? Maybe he wants to keep them. Maybe it will do something psychologically to him that he won't like that. But there's a couple reasons. They do get in his way. It's frustrating to him at times when he gets up, and I saw him do this again today. There was a toy that he wanted to get up onto, and he's pushing and he's pushing, and those legs just stop him cold, and he just can't. Sometimes he can hoist those legs and get them up and over, but sometimes he just can't, and it's like it just stops him cold. So they're inconveniencing him in that way. But the biggest reason is that as he gets bigger and more weight is on those, he is probably going to develop some sores on there. Can I show him? Come here, see, I'll be right back, Auntie Mary. Because he doesn't use these legs at all, there's no muscle on these legs. I mean, that is just a bone with skin on it. There is just there's nothing there. And what's happening, because he doesn't have any fat on these, is he's starting to wear marks on his legs. And that's not good, because if he can get these sores on him, you can see how thin his fur is. We could be and some real serious infection that can go on. But there's absolutely no, yeah, you hang on, no muscle to these legs at all. There's just nothing there. He's got one going here on that bone. So I check him almost every day. So, yeah. Oh, see, yeah, what Farm Girl says. It's hard to understand until you really see him in person, and then you understand better. Does he have control on the back end? Are you talking the back end? You know, the pee factor? I did see him in the litter box today. The good thing is he's got control of his tail, which means hopefully he'll have control of his peeing. You guys all know, though, that he does have some accidents. Oh gosh, you know what? No, I know you guys love him. And I've been asked many times about him. And I would rather us be a group of people where we're comfortable enough with each other that we can ask questions. Yeah, I would be, it would make me sad if people had a question about any of our cats and just kept quiet, because then you just think about it, think about it, and think about it, and don't really know. So this group that we have here, this family of friends, we can do that. We can ask questions, and that's good. That's good. You ask all the questions you want. I am never offended at questions, because I know that the questions you ask come from your heart, and you ask because you really do care. And I tell people all the time, if you have questions, I'd rather make sure you have the right answer than to go somewhere and they don't have the correct answer. You know what they're we've been talking about this already. They're already starting to think about his surgery there at Toledo, or Brian, and they're going to try to do mid femur, just like Coralie. And what they'll do is bring down this flabby tissue here, and just try to build as big a stump as they can. It's not going to be real big, because him's not very muscular. You're not a Popeye, are ya? Him's not a Popeye. No, you know what? There's not a surgery that we do that. Oh, surgeries here, when we have surgeries, I might act like, oh, this is a breeze, but I'm telling you, I worry on every single one of them. And when we have special one, they're all special, but when we have different ones like this, it's okay to worry, and it's okay to talk about it among yourself. Oh, yeah, that's right, DeWitty. Yep, DeWitty got to see him in action. And you know what? You are so right on that. His legs, look at them. I mean, they go clear up to his head. The bones keep growing, but because they're solid straight, there's no bend, so they can't get out of his way. The only way he can move them is by, and you can see how puny he is here, but he uses those muscles to kind of turn him sideways to get him out of his way.
And if he gets older too, that is going to be more detrimental to his hips.
Yeah, that is true.
Because he really throws them,
When he
way out.
does that. Yeah, it's not something we want to do. But I think for him, this is the right thing to do. No, we're going to do one and then the other. The second one will be a couple weeks later. Are you licking me? And you might have noticed he's got a little cold. His one eye is a little red. Yep, and it's okay to worry about him. And trust me, for his surgery, I'll probably go up there and be there with him. And I'll just keep texting the moderators. Well, because we know that his chest had been kind of concave rather than rounder, but that's gotten a lot better. That's part of the reason too we wanted to wait till he was 4 pounds. 4 pounds, that's a big cat. That's twice as big as the minimum. Yeah, they've got a good team up there, and they've already been starting to talk about this. Yep, there you go, Stinky. Yep, these are all our babies. Now, recovery time, do you mean like for him to wake up from anesthetic? If you mean that, that'll be pretty quick because I know they'll use ISO like what we use here. That'll be pretty quick. He will have to go in a pen for a little while, probably Dodger's pen, and we want softness under him. And remember that blue, it's like a water bed that Samara has, and some of the other bone kitties that we've have used. He'll have that under him. But just like with Coralie, we did that as well. You all ever got your advanced monitor lessons?
If FFRC had a football team, Nobbin would be alignment. The black cats would be wide receivers because they're so thin.
Yeah, they.
And he's just solid like a rock.
Yeah. Patty would be the coach, both of them.
Yep.
I was trying to think of positions for all the cats around here just now.
Oh,
Because
Coralie.
he was up, stretching at the door, and I thought, his legs are so thick.
They're so thick. I think he's going to
He's
be
got
a
Marie legs.
longer-haired cat too.
Oh, you're heavy, bud. Pop down.
Probably just he'll probably start walking probably right away, but we will keep him pinned for probably a good week. And before he goes in to have the first one done, we will put him in Dodger's pin a few times so that he knows that. Oh, the heart monitor, our monitor. Oh, I got you now, Barb. And now, what was the question though? Let me go back. Took me a second there, Barb. Barb, what did you say? Oh, Barb, what was it? Barb, there it is. Yes, we did get our training. Yeah, we're doing pretty good with it. We're gonna do what we'd like to also do sometime is to take a kitty that has to have some kind of treatment where we have to knock it down and use the monitor at that time too, where we have a little more time to experiment with a couple of the other things that it can do. Patty wants a selfie. Isn't he so cute? Oh, yes. And I think him's going to be like a Samara. Let me go. Yours is just rotten, aren't you? Do you want to go back to Auntie Mary? Okay. Oh, did he finally conk out?
Oh, hard telling.
Venus? Or what? Yeah.
They want to arrange yourself now.
Okay. When will the kittens be ready for adoption? Well, as long as they're neutered, they're ready. Or spayed, they're ready. Yeah, sorry. That didn't sound too good, did it? Knock them down. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get done, and I'm gonna take a walk down there with Steve.
Has Farrah had her meds?
Farrah's the only one who hasn't had her meds. Yeah. Do you know where she's at?
That's not her up there, is it? I can't see.
Yes, it is. It is. I see her collar. Trucker would like some chicken tonight.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm going to go pick chicken right now.
Okay, Beth just got some chicken, so she's going to pick it, and then he gets it. Taken every 3 months, yep. I'm not sure about Trucker yet, but I would probably say he will probably be here. I mean, that's a pretty big thing he's going to have done. I think I did, Cheryl. I was looking at it. I think I did. And is it Mandy, the gold one? gorgeous, gorgeous picture. I am behind in the pet finders. I know that.
Trucker heard that.
I know.
I'm behind in the pet finders, and I've gotten things pretty done on everything else. So my next big thing to do is the pet finders, and I'll get them back in. I think Paul was there too. I think of him a lot. It's almost going to be a year pretty soon. Vernon and Caden, not positively, Contessa. Not positively. Yeah. Kept going to people. Yeah. Oh. All right, you guys, I'm gonna head out. Thanks all for you. A year and three weeks.
Oh.
Doesn't seem possible. But...
Okay, so who all goes to the back?
Okay, so
These two.
those two, the three new little